This is Roger, Mudfossil University. This is a clinical analysis of true, actual physical evidence that exists on the Earth. This is a Trajan monument, they claim, that was carved, they claim, and I say no, it isn't. This is an original biological creature that petrified. And this tiny, tiny, tiny little seam that runs right down through the middle is why I can make this statement. Outside of its obvious biological and anatomical construction, it is additionally this split they would never, ever, ever have been able to put in there. And that split is the seam that forms from the blastula inversion. They all have the split. Every one, and they were gigantic. There's the split. Every single one has that. And now I'll show you the anatomical part. These are different creatures' anatomical abdominal cavity formations. What happens is you have a blastula that forms in a ball at a certain cell level. It inverts. And that is when it collapses just like this, and then that seam forms, and that is the split that we are seeing. I believe they call it the vegetal seam. They all have that split, and the reason that split shows up is because of that blastula seam. These creatures all died in extreme flood conditions. And at the end of the flood, all of the biological explosive material, volatiles, was gone away into solution. And what you had left was minerals and metals and what you see here. And then when it hardened up, everywhere there was fascia, there was a split. And there's fascia in that original tissue. And that is where it split because of the expansion of the body. Okay, if you're looking for reality, come up to Mudfossil University. This is up on right on the web. And from here, it's just getting started. We're just getting the website set up. I have some web developers working on it now, and this is the PDF for the DNA results. I'll show you that in a minute. And we have Mudfossil University is here on YouTube and on Facebook. And the DNA reports are there if anybody wants to go and see about them. This was done 3 years ago. And they're they were done with all the top stuff. And it was done by a good, qualified, certified lab, 2 of them actually. And the results were Homo sapien mitochondrial DNA. And they said it was dense because I took it right out of the arterial blood supply. There was no contamination whatsoever, so just stay away from that assertion, which that's the first thing that comes out of everybody's mouth. It was done in the absolute cleanest conditions. This is the spectroscopy or whatever they call it, and this was a certified report. So this is not something that should be just dismissed as, oh, it can't be right. It is extremely correct and should be considered among all of the other evidence I have. I have all kinds of evidence. DNA reports, CAT scans, anatomist analysis. I've recreated the process in the lab. So now it's just being ignored because it's a little bit too spectacular. So come up to here, come up to Mudfossil University, and we'll go from there. And there's all kinds of other stuff. I do all kinds of stuff. This guy's great. Anyway, that's what it's all about, is learning.